Last time I showed you this and I promised we would leave this room. Same code. Same camera. But now the riverbank burns with lamps, granite rises out of darkness, and the arena finally has a history. It finally belonged. This month was spent learning the visual language of a living Tamil craft, then rebuilding it as a game world. And stay close, by the end, one of these flat props will become real 3D geometry in about 20 seconds on this same machine. If you are new here, Kalachkra is a 2D action game built around the Wheel of Rebirth. Death is not failure. It is a turn of the wheel. The last devlog proved the combat inside one grey room. This one asks whether that combat can belong to a place worth remembering. That place begins with Thanjavur painting, a living Tamil craft, not a filter. Its language is raised gesso, gold leaf, jewel color against deep shadow, and devotional figures given weight through surface and symmetry. I began with a credited research collection from museum and public archives. 273 records became 39 first-pass keepers. Then a stricter audit found that even those mixed true surface references, useful historical context, and things that did not belong at all. That failure made the rule sharper. Archival images teach us what to look for. They are not pasted into the game, and they are not the character training sheets. The game assets come from our own generated, hand-edited, procedural, or deterministic source work. We name the tradition, record the tools, and never lift a composition. Inspiration should leave a trail of credit. Here is the pipeline, honestly. First I write the art direction as words, what the surface is made of, what the silhouette must say, and what must never appear. A local model proposes candidates on my graphics card. I threw most of them away. For recurring characters, the keepers form a small, self-generated and hand-edited sheet. A lightweight adapter trains in about 23 minutes. For environments, a selected plate is only the start. It gets rebuilt, cleaned, cut into layers, given normal and depth maps, and tested at the real gameplay camera. The engine owns the lamps, shadows, parallax, wind, and particles. The model proposes. A human decides. The game engine makes the decision move. One story from inside that loop. The player is a soul, a hooded flame with no face, because it could be every face. The model refused to believe that. In close shots it kept putting a serene human face inside the hood. More random attempts did not solve it. The fix was a sentence added to every positive prompt, dark featureless void inside the hood, faint amber glow. Then I hand-corrected the sheets and trained only the identity we approved. The most important detail in the character turned out to be an absence. 3 places. 3 honest matched views. The riverbank, from a dark ledger stage to the first breath of the journey. The wind corridor, the grey boxes were always scaffolding for granite, gold, and moving air. And the arena where Vayu waits, same fight, but now the space carries the storm with him. Underneath, these are still the same level files. What changed is whether the world feels borrowed, or whether it finally belongs to this story. The last rule is what keeps the painting alive. We do not ask the plate to fake the final light. The base surface stays readable and restrained. The light belongs to the engine, every lamp is a life source, the soul carries a small fire, pillars interrupt the glow, and normal maps let flat pigment catch depth as you move. Here is the same corridor with the scene light stripped and restored. The craft language gives us the surface. Tuesday's build gives it breadth. Which transformation changed the feeling most, the riverbank, the corridor, or the arena? Tell me in the comments. I want to know where your eye stayed. Now the promise from the start. I fed selected flat prop art into a local image to 3D chain. About 20 seconds later, it returned real geometry, the temple bell, the whale, Nandi, the wheel, a lamp, the soul, and an asura. These are geometry-only experiments, not hidden gameplay assets, and they do not magically make a finished model. But they are already useful for trailer turns, lighting studies, and scale. A2D game can now dream in 3 dimensions without pretending the dream is production ready. Enough talking. Walk with me 40 seconds, no cuts, through everything you just watched become a place. If you want to see this world grow without hiding the hard parts, subscribe. The next problem is already waiting at that gate. Because while I was painting, something moved into the pillar hall. The hall has a gate now, and the gate has a keeper. Next devlog, we meet him properly and learn why victory in Kalachakra means release, not execution. This is being made with love, one life at a time. Come walk the wheel with us.